Hi, my name is Eric, and if you haven't seen this channel before, you've probably seen a lot of Supras, but today I'm in the UK and I'm here with Scott, and we're going to look at two of his cars. He's got this 360 Chalice Stradale, and he's got something else really crazy. It's the, I don't know if you can see it, it's the Ratarossa. Is that how you pronounce it? The Ratarossa, yeah. He's also got a 355 Spider and a beautiful 348 over there too, but we're going to focus on the Ratarossa and the 360 Stradale today. So Scott, tell me about this 360. This is a very unique 360, right?
Yeah, it's a very unique 360. It's Chalice Stradale spec. As I was saying to Eric, the car didn't start off as a Chalice Stradale. I couldn't find a Stradale in the right colours, so we got the black, yellow calipers, Alcantara interior. I couldn't find one, right-hand drive. There's probably only 2 or 3 built in this spec. So 9 years ago, I decided to create my own.
That's great.
Cost a crazy amount of money to do. In hindsight, probably should have just waited and bought a one when it turned up. But as you can see, the car has been fully enjoyed, a little bit used and abused. It's been my daily driver for 9 years, and it wears all the battle scars, and as you can see.
So you said this is a daily driver. Most people don't daily drive their 360 Chalice Stradales, or a Ferrari for that matter at all. So, you know, the Ferraris that I've seen tend to have like very clean, nice, beautiful interiors. And I'm looking, you get the paint has a little,
yeah, we see the paint here. If you have a look here, you can really see the paint is bad.
Wow.
So,
but the interior, let's look at the interior.
The interior, yeah, you can have a look at the dash is faded, the Alcantara is used, the mats, probably needs it clean to be honest.
So I would say that's not the cleanest interior of a Ferrari that I've seen yet.
It's not the cleanest, but it is the most enjoyed Ferrari.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of getting a sports car if you can't go and enjoy it, right?
I agree. I mean, I've got a mixture. I've got some low mileage Ferraris that do get pampered and do stay in the garage. But personally, I prefer to enjoy them. You live once, so enjoy your toys.
So you said that you couldn't actually find one of these in this spec, so you decided to make it yourself, right?
That's correct, yeah. Like I say, there was probably 2 or 3 built in black, in right-hand drive, with the interior I wanted and the kind of calipers, everything like that. So I decided to build one. So I took a standard 360 coupe with the F1 gearbox, which is the same as the Stradale. The engine is actually exactly the same, the gearbox is the same. They changed the mapping and stuff like that within the engine, and then I spent a heck of a lot of money changing a lot of components on this car. So it's a nut and bolt Stradale. It's exactly the same as the Stradale came out of the factory. If I took it to Ferrari, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference apart from the chassis number. But there are so many. I did a list. It would cost, I worked it out, it would cost around about £140,000 just for the parts to do the conversion now.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can pick up a Stradale for about £140,000 now. Yeah. So it was a crazy thing to do. But I always say, had I bought a Stradale, they are so rare now and they are kind of so sought after, I probably wouldn't have used it as a daily driver. So this one gets used, it gets enjoyed, and yeah.
Wow.
It is what it is.
So how long did it take you to build this thing? You did this by yourself in your garage, right?
Yeah, this was all done by myself. The problem wasn't the amount of time it took, it was actually finding the parts. There were only 1,300 or just over 1,300 Stradales built by factory. All of these parts came from broken cars, yeah, so crash damaged cars. Everything really came from those kind of cars. There was a few bits that I just couldn't get that I had to buy new, but it came from all around the world. So things like the mirrors on these cars, they go for about $10,000 now. Yeah, they are crazy rare and so sought after to get these kind of bits.
So for the people in the audience that don't know, including me, what makes a Chalice Stradale different than just a regular 360?
I thought you might answer the question. Right? The list is this long, okay? So if you look at a standard 360, most people would think it's just bumpers, wheels, yeah, and a couple of extra bits. There is so many differences between the cars. Things like interior door panels, yeah, there's a lot of weight saving. So the Stradale was 100 kilograms lighter than the standard 360. Yeah, it's all about weight reduction on these cars. Like I say, the engine was the same, just a different bit of mapping in the ECUs. Carbon, lightweight seats, and then things like carbon ceramic brakes, even down to the wheel lugs.
Oh,
the
wow.
nuts here, they're titanium. Yeah, and you know, you can weigh those against some standard Ferrari. There's a big difference in weight saving there. The polycarbonate, there's no glass there. It's all about weight saving. Carbon fiber on the exterior. Again, sports exhaust system, so lightweight. Carbon in the engine bay. Carbon airboxes. It was all about shedding weight on the Stradale. So this was really Ferrari's first road/track car. Yeah, so they built this using the Ferrari 360 Challenge, so the track car. So whereas a lot of the modern day ones, so such as the Scuderia, the Speciale, they take the road car and they strip out from that. Yeah, on the Stradale, they started off with the Challenge car. Yeah, so that's why these are quite unique, and they're really sought after, these kind of cars.
Yeah.
But it makes just the most perfect noise ever.
So tell me about the motor. Tell me, everybody wants to know specs. Tell me what's interesting and special about this engine.
Okay, so the engine is just a standard naturally aspirated V8 engine. It pumps out, so the standard 360 pumps out 400 brake horsepower. This one, with a bit of mapping, the Stradale pumps out 425, around about 425. So in modern day terms, you know, 700, 800 brake horsepower Ferraris that they're putting out now, it's not huge, but it will put a big smile on your face still. Yeah, and you can lose your license very easily in this. Yeah. So this car, no carpets, much stiffer suspension than the standard 360. You feel all the bumps. You hear all the gravel hitting the base of the car.
What year is this?
This is a 2003.
2003. Yeah.
So it's not bad for a 16-year-old car.
Yeah, it's got quite a stiff structure actually. I can tell for a car like this.
And it makes a noise like that.
This thing is properly quick. It's got 430...
425.
425.
This actually has got a little bit of a remap on it, so it's probably got a few horses extra back there.
Yeah. It sounds amazing. Glorious V8 sound. The F1 gearbox was a little non-cooperative just now. I think there's a little air bubble in it, but, you know, that's what you get when you...
It's Italian engineering, you know? Let's say it for what it is, yeah.
So, you know, from a buyer's perspective, is the manual gearbox more sought after than the F1, or is it about equal?
The problem with the Stradale is they only made it as an F1.
Okay.
The 360 they did make as a manual gearbox car, and
that's what I thought.
let me try to.
There we go.
I didn't want to shift down just in case. Yeah. So the 360 as a manual is the more sought after car, as is the 430 nowadays. Yeah, I like both. I've had both. I actually think the F1 gearbox on these guys is pretty good.
Yeah, it seems pretty quick, actually.
Yeah. The Stradale has got a slightly quicker map on it than the standard 360, so that is an upgrade. A lot of 360 F1 cars, the owners normally do that. They try and put this Strad ECU in the car.
Oh, okay, yeah. So cool, thank you for showing me these awesome cars. So what do you got going in the pipeline?
So currently I have the 348 over there. We've just finished that project. I've got a 308 project that was a non-runner that we are doing a conversion on that, as well as getting it running. It is running now. We're doing a European conversion. It's a US spec, massive big rubber bumper 308, so we're making it look pretty. That's halfway through the project. I've got a 456 as well, and future project, we have a very, very cool one coming up.
So he can't say anything about it, but when it's ready, I will let you know. We're going to do some kind of collaboration video for maybe the launch of it.
Yeah, sure.
Like
it's Ferrari related, I can tell you that, and it's going to be an extremely unique Ferrari build.
Street-driven Ferrari?
Street-driven Ferrari, so watch this space.
Cool, so where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube mainly at Ratarossa.
And I'll put a link to his channel down below and up in the card over here.
Cool.
And my name is Eric. I will see you in the next video.
Thanks, Eric. My name's Scott, and I will see you on his channel or my channel.
And there's a couple of videos on screen. Pick one right now. And I want to thank my Patreons. Their names are on screen. Sorry I didn't bring a list. I can't remember them, but thank you so much for supporting the channel.